Hi guys, welcome back to another video. I'm Scorpso3. Thank you guys for taking time to check out this video. Today, we are going to be talking about VR. We're going to be doing a reaction to VR. We are going to be doing a rundown. And I'm not particularly a tech head too much. I can be that way, but when it comes to VR, I don't know that much about it. So for me, it's more about, is it even worth getting a VR headset, or is it even worth trying it out just to see whether it's all that it's cracked up to be? Now, because of the announcement with Meta, Facebook, it really brought my attention back to VR. Now, I know a while back it was very early days and the technology wasn't quite there. It didn't really have that much of a backing. Like, it was still a very, very small niche market, and it is still small, to be honest. It is still a small market. There's not too many options out there to choose from, especially if you're going to look for a VR headset. But I would recommend that you try it first. Find a friend that has one, ask around, see if anyone's got one, and really check it out for yourself, because before you make the investment, I think you should see if it's for you. And because it's not for everyone, there is some caveats around this. If you suffer from motion sickness, severe motion sickness, or travel sickness, then you may want to try this first before you go and buy one. I do suffer with motion sickness, or I used to, and travel sickness. So for me, I was just thought, I'm just going to try it. I want to jump in. I want to see what it's like. If it doesn't work, I'll just sell it if it's not good for me. So, but yeah, what I did, obviously, as you can see right here, we have the new addition to the family. We have the Oculus Quest 2, or the Meta Quest 2. I have done a video about Meta and my thoughts about the rebrand from Facebook. You will find that in it up at top. So for me, I wanted to try VR. I did some research on YouTube, had a quick look to see if it was good enough quality now, and most of it has been very positive reviews and responses about the playability, about the games that are on there now, how far the technology has come, and that's what sort of sold me on the Quest. I was like, well, it sounds like it's actually viable now. It sounds like that the Quest is doing a great job. The Quest 2 is doing a great job of bringing it into the mainstream. And with some of these newer games that have come out recently that really showcase what the Quest 2 can do and what VR can do, I was like, let's just try it. Let's just check it out. Let's jump in and see what it's like. And we might be able to make some content and check it out as well. So I went and bought a Quest. I bought it off Amazon, Black Friday sale, something like that. It was $4.79 Australian dollars just for the standard Quest with the normal head strap and the two controllers, and you get a protective silicone cover that goes over your face piece, so you don't get too sweaty. Look, I got it out of the box. I was pretty excited to get it. Chucked it on, and took a little while to set up to make it feel comfortable on my face, and then turned it on for the first time, and it's very hard to explain the experience of VR for the first time, because it's something that you've never experienced before. If you've ever, none of us have ever really been into a virtual world without trying something like this. So you sort of have to go this route if you want to check it out. And I'll be honest with you, this was amazing to me. It was absolutely amazing. The way that you can see your hands, the way you can move your hands, the hand tracking, the way the controllers work, it feels very comfortable. It's a really good package. It works quite, like, it's just so simple to use. Like, you don't have to be a rocket scientist to pick this thing up and use it, which is great for new people. And like, usually these things are very complex and very frustrating and very annoying, but not so much the Quest. And I think all the new ones are still going this way, is making it as simple as they can for this to work. So, which is what you want. So anyway, put it on. It came up with, after I went through a brief setting and a setup process, it come up with their first screen of settings and stuff, and here's where you can choose your options. But I wanted to try something called First Steps, and this is the introduction to VR. And I feel this is the best thing for if you're very new to VR, is to get in and try this first, because it instantly puts you into a new world and it talks you through how your controllers work and how everything works. And then it gets interactive. You're looking around, you can see hot air balloons, trains, waterfalls, everything in just a digital sphere. And you're like, oh my God, like, are you serious? And the outside world just becomes irrelevant at that stage. Absolutely irrelevant. And it shows you buttons, bits and pieces, how it all works. Great. And then it takes you to just a little screen where you've got a table in front of you and you've got blocks. There's blocks you can pick up and move and throw and juggle, and paper planes you can throw, and just the very basic things that you did as a kid. And all those things just instantly become enjoyable again. For me, it did. I was just like, I feel like I'm a kid. I feel like this is the first time I've ever done this since I was like 6 years old, 7 years old, when I was making paper planes and throwing them around the room at school, which I got in trouble for, by the way. And all of a sudden I was like, this is just next level. This is crazy. And then it takes you through a few different things, like you can pick up some laser guns and shoot some targets, and there's just so much you can do. There's table tennis, bat and ball. You can hit table tennis. You can play table tennis to a degree. You can hit balls, and just to get the feeling of using your hands in a virtual world and looking at them and looking around and picking up little rockets and pulling strings and letting them go and letting them fly around the room. Like, you just feel like a kid again. And that was amazing. And I was like, this is ridiculous technology. And then it kind of gives me Matrix vibes. You know in the Matrix how you get plugged in and then you go into a whole different world where you can look around and see, and everything feels and looks so real, yet you know it's not. But you can just, it's all your senses are firing at once to tell you that you're in a different place. And that is exactly what this feels like. It feels surreal, but real, if that makes any sense. So I'm absolutely amazed by this technology, by the way, if you can't tell. I know it's been around for a while, so I've been looking at it, and it's just got to a point where I think that it's usable, functional, and enjoyable consistently. So I ended up, obviously, getting a Quest 2. I bought this with my own money. No Facebook Meta sponsorship around here, although if they want to, I'm open. But I'm telling you the truth and nothing but the truth. Pay me whatever you like. We do real reviews here. And so I ended up buying the Quest. And the original strap that comes with the Quest is okay. It does the job. You can use it quite happily with that headband. It takes a little bit of adjusting to get it right. You want to pull the top strap a bit tighter so it keeps the weight off your face and off your nose. I've got a big nose, so I needed to take the weight off the front of my face. And it was comfortable. You know, it was comfortable. It was okay. And I played a few games like that, and that was fine. But after time and probably 20 minutes or so, it started to get a little bit uncomfy. It started sliding on down a little bit, and I had to readjust it. And yeah, I thought, you know what? This is still an amazing experience. And out of the box, it works great. It absolutely works great. But then I thought, well, if I'm going to play games, I'm going to play games for a while, and I'm going to be immersed in this world for a bit longer. I'm going to need a little bit of hardware just to improve the experience. So I did what, if you look at other YouTube channels, they do very similar things, but I'll just share what I've done. So this is the Quest. At the front, it's basic, but I bought this protective front plate for it. It's like a rubber coating. You will find that your family members will probably hit it, or with the controllers, more than likely, when they're trying to protect their face from boxing or from playing Beat Saber and swinging their hands around, and they can hit the front of the actual unit. So protective cover on there. you'll see inside here there is like a rubberized face cover. That is the original Facebook one, and that works quite well, the original cover that we got. There is a little bit of a gap there for your nose, and that can be a little bit of an immersion breaker because you can see the outside world. But it's still, once you get immersed, yeah, it's fine. It's not a problem. The biggest thing you'll see here is the actual, the Halo head strap. So I got this off AliExpress, and it actually come with the full pack of things. It come with the headset, sorry, the head strap. It come with the protective cover. It come with this top strap. It also came with some controller covers and stuff. I'll get onto that in a second. And yeah, this here is much more comfortable. It sits on your head better. Your forehead actually holds the weight of the device instead of your face, which is much better. You can tighten this back up and it fits nice and snug on your head. And yeah, it's got the back foam as well, which is great. And you'll find another thing that I have, it's got this turn clicky knob at the back, which actually just tightens it on your head, and it's easy to adjust. What you'll also find, what I decided to do was add a battery pack to the back of it. There's a couple of reasons for this. One is because the original Quest has about a 2-hour battery life, depending on the game you play, depending on what you're doing. So 2 hours is fine. Like 2 hours in a virtual world, that's definitely long enough for most people when they're just starting out. You probably won't last 20 minutes, half an hour to an hour. You want to have a break. So it is good straight out of the box, does quite well. And then what I decided to do is, because all my family wanted to use it, they were pretty excited about it, and I kept passing it on to the next person, the next person, the next person. I thought, well, I better get a bigger battery pack for it, something that can actually withstand and hold up a bit longer playtime. So yeah, so what I did, I actually went and bought an extra battery pack. This one, I actually strapped it with some Velcro straps onto the back of my controller. It will not go anywhere, it will not come out, and it's all just done with Velcro, which is easy. And that is an Anker Power Core 10,000 PD Redux battery pack. It's nice and small, compact, and this I think will give me another 6 hours. So you got 2 hours on the front, 6 and that's 8 hours. So 8 hours of battery life. Could be a little bit overkill, but I picked it up on Amazon. The link will be down below, and the link will also be down below for this headset cover, the strap, the protective covers. And yeah, even the original cable from that power bank works quite well, just Velcroed to the side and plugged in to the connector there. You can also plug in your own headphones if you want to. There's a little headphone jack there. And I do recommend that if you want to just be fully immersed with no sound from the outside. But also, I was really happy with the speakers that come with the Quest. Yeah, just the factory speakers were really good, just even in games and everything like that. So it also comes with a little protective cover in here, which I highly recommend. That little protective cover could save your Quest from either being scratched when it's not in use, or if you decide to, I don't recommend this, but take it outside to use it. You've got to be very careful about the sun, because the sun can damage the lenses and the screen. If the direct sunlight hits the lenses, and magnifies it and can damage the screen, and permanently. There's nothing you can do to fix it. So I wouldn't recommend using it outside. But that is the headset. It's an awesome piece of kit, and when it's done up pretty well, I think it looks good. And yeah, that is the Quest. So now moving on to the controllers. We'll just briefly talk about the controllers. Really comfortable, really easy to use, feels natural, feels simple, and only a few buttons to choose from, so you don't get lost, which is great. The original Quest hand controller doesn't come with these straps. These straps right here, you have to buy these separately. I got these in the AliExpress pack that I bought. It's like a rubberized grip. You can probably see the grip there. And yeah, you can still keep the original Quest wrist straps, which is great. And it even comes with a little white knob on there for just a little bit more comfortable use of the controller. And these are really comfortable. These are really great. And once you're strapped in over your hands and you've got the wrist strap on, you are not losing that controller no matter what happens. And I would also recommend, which I don't have, it's still in delivery, is Halo covers. So something to cover up these, protect these Halo covers, because you will whack them on your head when you're boxing and you're trying to block, or if you do hit something when you can't see and you go past the Guardian system and you whack the bench or you whack the wall or something, there's a high chance that you're going to break that Halo. But really comfortable, easy to use, really good. So now let's get to, oh, actually no, stop, hold up. The other thing, I bought a full pack from AliExpress. The link's in the description below. But this also comes with a carry case. I would recommend a carry case if you're going to buy a Quest, because there's a high chance you're going to move this thing around and you want to take it to family, friends' places and play with them or show them the device. So this comes with a pretty big case actually. Pretty good for travel. It's hard and it's got a few straps in there for you to just hold your device down. Also plenty of space, and it's just a zip up, and yeah, awesome as well. Recommend that. All right, so let's get to the good stuff. Gaming and just the experience itself. So the first game I bought, I went straight to the top, of course, as I usually do. I went for Half-Life Alyx. Now, Half-Life Alyx was probably one of the first AAA games that's ever come out on VR, and it is just an amazing experience. I can't really say too much more about that. It's the first experience of walking into Half-Life Alyx. You load up. The first thing that you get on your screen when you jump into the first level is you are on the balcony overlooking a city. Virtually, it looks like ancient. I'll actually put it on the screen and you can see it for yourself. So you're literally overlooking like an amazing just London or Spain type place, or Venice it could be, I'm not sure. And it was amazing to me. To me, the way I felt, I was just like, oh my god, I'm in a totally different world here. And just to look out, looked like you were seriously just in another world. And you feel like you're in another world, because it's just every sense of you, your sight, your hearing, you can hear birds, you can hear what's happening down on the street below you. And you just look around and it is amazing. It's just like, wow. It just shows the power of VR and where it's at this stage. Truly amazing. And then it even gets more immersive when you start picking up cans and looking at the labels, when you're picking up bottles and looking at the labels, when you can interact with everything around you. You can pick up buckets, watering cans, you can just, everything that you can almost do in real life, you can do in VR with this type of game or software. There's so much that you can actually do. And what was amazing to me, one of the first experiences, was a pigeon flew in and landed on the balcony in front of me, and it was literally like this far away from me, and I was like, whoa, that pigeon, although it didn't look 100% real, it was almost as real as it could get for a game. And as soon as I went to put my hand out to touch it, it just flew away. And you can't quite grasp it. If you're watching YouTube like you are now, and you're watching other people play games, and you see the 2D part on your screen, like now, like what I've got on the screen now, and you see me moving, there is a gap in between there of immersion that you're not getting. And you may look at it and go, oh yeah, it doesn't look that good. But until you're fully in it, until you're fully immersed, until you fully embrace where you are, and you block out all the outside world, it is a total different experience and something that you have to try. You have to try it, because you'll be like, why aren't all games like this? You know, I go back to 2D games now, like Call of Duty or Battlefield or whatever, and there's a missing void in there. A missing bit of connection between you and the game. And it's not until you experience that in the VR world that you're like, why can't all experiences be like this? And until you've experienced the VR in full headset, full setup, and there's full immersion, you won't experience it the way you want to experience it, the way it will actually touch your heart. You won't experience it. So you got to try it. You got to try it. And then it just gets, as you play more games and more experiences, you start to really just drill home the fun and the joy of using your body to play and almost be a kid again, like table tennis, playing table tennis, like boxing against opponents. There's so many things that you can do. It's like you can shoot arrows, bow and arrows. You can shoot guns. You can play paintball. You can meet people from around the world in different rooms and connect and communicate with people and draw things and just share so much that, as amazing as this is, it really is a different world. And I can see the metaverse, and I understand, especially when it comes to digital currencies, especially when it comes to cryptocurrencies and tokens and all that type of investing things in the metaverse. I can see where the benefit would be in the future, especially if pandemics and all this stuff that's happening in the world seem to become more of a regular occurrence. Something like this could be of benefit, could be of high benefit. And that was another part of the reason why I took the dip into VR, is because, you know what, the outside world is getting extremely difficult to just be a part of society, depending on who you are and your choices that you make. So for me, I was like, well, how can I have those outside experiences inside? It's not perfect, and I still would rather the real world, but you can still have great experiences without the need of going to those places. But the Quest 2 is an amazing product. I'm not super excited about Meta or Facebook and the fact that you need to have a Facebook account to run these games, and your full account is tied to Facebook and Meta. If you do not have a Facebook account, or if your Facebook account gets banned or deleted, or if you get your password, you can't get in and they can't fix it, I think you will lose your games, and you will lose, until you get access back to your Facebook account, you will lose anything that's attached to that account, and that is the majority of things. So keep that in mind. I get the feeling that they will be able to track you through this device, and one thing that concerns me is that the thing remembers your Guardian systems, and your Guardian systems is where you are in your room to stop you from punching your TV or punching your wall or whatever, and it does have a screen which looks into your house, and it remembers your Guardian setup. And that doesn't, while that's great for usability, I'm not sure if that remembers or takes video footage of your house and what you have inside your house. Not too sure, and whether it records it because it remembers it, and that to me is a little bit intrusive, and I'm not sure if that is recording where you are, could be, or what's inside your house, not sure. But yeah, these are the risks that you'd take if you do decide to go for something like this. You are attached to a Facebook account at the hip, I'm afraid. But what I'll do now, I'll leave you guys with a bit of footage of stuff I've been playing around with to see the VR experience for you guys. I hope this, guys, has helped you. If you're looking to get a VR headset, I would recommend looking at the Quest 2. The Quest 2 is the best value for money at the moment by far. Like I said, mine was $479 at a Black Friday sale for the 128 gig version. With the extras and additions, I probably spent about an extra $60 on the pack. Off AliExpress, I'll tag that in the link below. And also the battery pack, which from Amazon, which I think was about $60 or $70 as well. So all up, around about $600 can get your VR headset set up, which is fantastic. And just remember, you'll need a PC if you want to play PC games. It needs to be a relatively quick PC, gaming PC if you do want to play games, and also a Wi-Fi signal as well, Wi-Fi network too. So anyway, guys, I'm overly impressed with the Quest 2 and just the experience in itself. For me, I have to try things before I buy it, before I have to make sure that if I'm going to invest in the future, I want to know this technology and I want to be able to use it and I want to be able to share it with other people. So I hope you guys found this of value. I hope it is of benefit to you. I hope that you guys experience and get to experience this world. And thank you guys for watching. Like and subscribe if you'd like to see some more. And I will talk to you guys in the next video. Check out the footage and have a great day.
Alex, over here.
What is it?
This doesn't seem like a routine sweep. Are you sure everything went okay?
100%.
Something's got the CPs riled up.
Keep your head down and be smart.
I just live here.
Probable anti-citizen. Get those hands up!
Wait. Don't shoot.
Area security. Give us names.
Didn't steal anything.
Don't care. What did you see?
No one! I didn't see anyone!
Get out and take this transport.
Dad!
Hey, wait, no, no, no!